Hey, this is just a snippet from our podcast, but if you want to catch the full episode, that'll be on YouTube, and the extended version will be on our Patreon.
Some rough news. BioWare has announced some restructuring, and there's some layoffs and stuff there this week. Hello, everyone. Oh, by the way, this is from Gary McKay, General Manager of BioWare. Now that Dragon Age the Veilguard has been released, a core team at BioWare is developing the next Mass Effect game under the leadership of veterans from the original trilogy, including Mike Gamble, Preston Watamaniuk, Derek Watts, Parrish Lay, and others. During the development and delivery of Mass Effect, we have challenged ourselves to think deeply about delivering the best experience to our fans. Given this stage of development, we don't require support from the full studio.
Oh my God.
This basically reads, I mean, it's obvious as shit. Like, Mass Effect or bust for BioWare at this point.
Yeah.
If that thing doesn't deliver, it's over. Like Papa EA taking them out into the back, another developer
Yeah, well, it's telling because it's like, so you're the thing reading between the lines that they're not saying is, hey, guess what? Mass Effect isn't ready yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Mass Effect is not at the point yet where we can put the full team on it.
Right.
And that's not great.
No, they're still like brainstorming.
Right.
Oof, yeah, I didn't even think about it like that.
Because how long ago did they freaking tease Mass? Like, it's been like 4 years ago? Like,
yeah. It's been a minute.
What's happening? What's happening over there?
Oof.
Because I think that's the way that, like, these things ideally work. It's like, okay, you've got the one team's working on Dragon Age right now. We get everything prepped. We got the concept. We know where we're going. All right, you guys are winding down. We'll start shifting you over to the Mass Effect team.
And then you go agile. You hit the ground running on Mass Effect.
It's like, okay, we can go full on, but they're not ready to go full on with Mass Effect yet.
Yeah, which does indicate that it's not in a place in development where they're actually developing.
So that game's still 4 years away.
Yeah.
It's a very good point. It's a long
Well, and the
ways
pressure,
away.
to your point, Damiani, like, I think that writing has been on the wall for a minute. Like, since Andromeda didn't really perform, like, and the Legendary collection, I think was all right? I don't
that
know
was
if
well received.
It sold well, I think.
Yeah.
And like, so I think that was kind of like a salve on the wound. But like, I think that the general consensus on Mass Effect is like 2 is the good one, 1 and 3 were pretty good, and like I think that the like faith in that, BioWare brand that was there back in the Mass Effect 2-3 days has really taken a huge hit, So yeah, I think you're right. If this new Mass Effect game doesn't wow everybody, I worry for BioWare as a company.
They can't.
Yeah, because it seems like that Veilguard did not meet sales expectations and all that.
I don't think it did, yeah.
Which is, again, like they don't really, at least statement doesn't really take ownership for that, right? From a management perspective, like, oh yeah, we had people spinning their wheels on this multiplayer game that we tried to make them make, and then we took the parts from that and made the Veilguard out of it, and then we put out a trailer that nobody liked to debut it.
And it's like, even though Veilguard wasn't my cup of tea, like I never want to see this happen to a team. You know, like there was a lot that was really good in that game that I thought they did a great job on, especially given the fact that they were jerked around by management for however many years that was.
And
on the multiplayer version.
I imagine, like, part of me, like, even though, like, we disagree on that, like, I would guess some of the stuff that you don't like is stuff that direction that they were given. I think make this more appealing to the Marvel audience or something like that, right?
Yeah, no, I fully think, like, to me that, like, I didn't want to come off as negative on this game, especially because, like, the team members that I've met I really liked, and I never want to like hurt anybody's feelings or anything like that, but like there were definitely some choices made in Veilguard that felt like studio notes, that like felt like somebody who didn't know, like somebody was making the wrong decision and not letting somebody do something.
They're like, Dragon Age is too hardcore, we got to make it mass appeal. Yeah, kind of thing. Yeah.
It felt, there was some kind of like cognitive disconnect with that game where it was like the writing and characterization doesn't match for me, like what else is happening here. And like, and the like vestiges of like the kind of ghosts in the shell of it being that multiplayer experience that got like, you know, kit bashed into an actual RPG. Like, yeah, something went on in the development of this game that just kind of like really borked it up in a weird way, and it really doesn't seem fair like to this team at all that they get like they're all like, you know, the team is getting turned agile now, but like they didn't even get a chance, like they didn't believe in them as they were doing it apparently, because it's like changing gears like that, and it's like on the one hand it's like, yes, if something's not working, if you think like, you know, if you were trying to get in on something that was popular 2 years ago, you know, do change gears, like don't be too afraid to shift gears, but at the same time, like if you jerk people around and like don't let them actually try to find what the voice of this project is, like micromanagement and all that, like you're killing it. Like you're not gonna let it ever have a chance, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I've been seeing this week. I've been seeing a lot of posts from staff who have been let go that were there for a very long time.
Yeah.
Some from the narrative team in particular, and I saw one person who had talked about like how much they had looked up to BioWare when they were trying to get into the industry and all
Hell
of that.
yeah, they're huge.
And they're like, yeah, all those people that I looked up to are gone. Like, yeah.
That's the thing that these corporate fuckers forget about is like there is a number of actual human beings that you fire when the identity of the thing you bought, the product you bought, the company BioWare that you bought, there is a point that dies if you get rid of too many of the people that made it what it was. You know, like it is those people.
Yeah.
It's not just the name on a building.
If you like this conversation, consider chipping in a few bucks at patreon.com/easyallies, where you can get extended cuts that are ad-free. And then you can also ask us questions and get in our Discord. Go to patreon.com/easyallies.